Okay, so welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm giving my quick thoughts on the Balenciaga Paris sneakers. So for those who don't know, a few days ago Balenciaga launched a sneaker called the Paris sneaker, and if you want me to describe it, they look like glorified Converses. They look like if Converse had a collaboration with Golden Goose, this would be exactly what they would make. But then of this Paris Balenciaga sneaker, they also created a distressed version. And that was the version that had so much controversy, and people were saying so many things online. I saw so many different takes from Demna and Balenciaga are sort of recontextualizing homeless wear, and it's just rich people trying to dress homeless and thinking that it's cool to like dress ironically homelessly and stuff like that. Those were the sentiments I was basically seeing online. And now the first thing I want to say is Demna Vasalia, or Demna as he wants to be called now, is he doesn't just do things for no reason. Like, he always has a reason for doing things. This goes back to the days of Vetements. Even if we think of Balenciaga, he's done so many sort of publicity stunts slash commentaries at the same time, with the t-shirt shirt, the 7-layer parka. There's so many other things that he has done at Balenciaga in this vein. And I think the funniest part about all the outrage online is that the crazy, muddy, dirty, distressed, destroyed Paris sneakers that we saw online as part of the campaign actually isn't releasing. Like, if you go on Balenciaga's website now, there's a distressed version, but it's not the exaggerated one that we saw in the campaign. And I actually saw in an article for BOF, they said that the shoes that are part of the campaign are only going to be sold to 100 people. Well, they're only selling 100 pairs essentially, and it's going to be a limited edition sort of extra destroyed sneaker. Which is quite funny because people are saying that, oh, what is this? Like, these sneakers, why is Balenciaga like doing this? But they're only selling 100 pairs of them. And the ones that you can see on the website now, like if you type Paris sneaker, I'll put it up on the screen for what you see on the website. But this is essentially what you see on the website. It's just glorified Converses that they call the Paris sneaker, and then a slightly distressed version. The one that led to loads of outrage is not actually going to be mass produced anyway. And when Balenciaga sent the pictures of this campaign to press, they actually stated that the sneakers were in such a heavily worn state to suggest that the Paris sneakers are meant to be worn for a lifetime. And that makes so much sense, because when I first saw these sneakers, I was more thinking of it being a commentary on, you know, the sphere of fashion right now. The sphere of fashion right now, if you look at the fashion landscape, there's a lot of talk about sustainability and fast fashion. There's a lot of talk on, especially when it comes to sneakers, resellers. And it's so funny because we live in a fashion landscape now where everyone's like a reseller. People don't wear their shoes properly. I've literally seen people on the street wear like some really rare sneakers and they're not even walking properly. They're literally walking funny so they don't step in anything or they don't scuff their sneakers, because they want it to remain in 9 out of 10 condition, so that when they resell it on Depop or they resell it on Grailed, they'll get a good value for their return. So it's just kind of weird, and I like that it was kind of a commentary on that. And that's kind of when I first saw it, before even knowing that what the press said was it was supposed to be something that's worn forever. That was the first thing that came to mind. And I did say something to that effect when I made a post on my Instagram story for you guys that follow me on Instagram. And I know people see Demna as, oh, he's the creative director of Balenciaga, oh, he has loads of money, but he didn't always have a lot of money. I mean, Demna is a refugee. He's someone that had to escape a war, and he didn't come from a rich family. And he talks about his tough upbringing all the time. He talks about when he went to the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Antwerp and how he had no money and how it was so hard for him to buy even simple things. And that's why at Vetements, for you guys that have seen my video when I went to Belgium and they were talking about it, at Vetements he did that whole thing where he got DHL shirts and just changed the labels. And it was just a commentary on the fact that he could never afford to use DHL as a designer. He used to struggle to use DHL, and he used to take so much of his money And so when he finally could afford to use DHL, he thought it would be a cool thing just as a commentary to have Vetements sell DHL t-shirts, essentially. So he's always been playing with, you know, looking back at times that he struggled and bringing those ideas into the fold now that he's more a successful designer and making a commentary on those things. And that's something he's done throughout his career, whether we're talking about Vetements or we're talking about Balenciaga. It's something that Demna has always done. This is nothing new. I mean, he is definitely like someone like me, and when I was younger it was one pair of shoes and I wasn't going to get another pair of shoes until those shoes were basically dead and destroyed. Sometimes my shoes even had holes before I got new ones, partially because I was just a child and I used to kick stones and play football with stones with my footwear, and partially just when you're not from a rich family, your parents can't just be buying you sneakers like all the time. So they would make sure that whatever they're buying you in that present moment, you use it properly and you use it for a long time before they get you something new. On that note, let me know what you think about the Balenciaga sneakers. And if you want to learn more about fashion, I have an ebook on effective ways to learn about fashion. The link to that will be in the description below. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to tell me what you think about the Balenciaga Paris sneakers. I know some people will say it's bad, it's terrible. Some people have said Demna, his marketing strategies are getting too predictable, blah, blah, blah. But I just want to know what people think. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with another video very soon.